we're starting off. We're easing into this
theme song.
But again, because of the Iran war and all of the weird things happening, like they got to do the Waymo story and all of this like dog stuff.
I was gonna say, yeah,
it's almost forcing them to have to be a news show in a way.
But just like kind of bland, you know,
like
if
Entertainment Tonight, extra,
yeah,
canceled.
If you could have your own theme song play every time you enter the room, which one would it be? That I tell you something, that's a thought I have a lot.
Want to have fun, or let it be. Just like, let it be, guys. Let me finish.
Jesse's Girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. God, it's about him, you know.
I don't get it either.
Well, he's got to throw the misogynistic tone, the possession aspect into it.
I
wish it was called Jesse's Possessions.
In the break, I found mine.
You cheated.
Is that the Fox theme song?
You know that you can find every show on YouTube, the entire.
I think it might be some classic Cronkite shit. It's lame. It's a bad bit either way.
This is really vapid. You're right though. Things are so bad they literally have to put this out here. You're right. It is though.
Let's get into what we're really here for though. Diane Sawyer had this Richard Simmons documentary on Tuesday it was, but we watched it on Hulu yesterday. And I gotta say, it was a dud.
Really?
It just, we didn't find out anything new. We didn't find out, like, I was hoping for some sort of like,
of course, it's a sexual thing.
Maybe a little pedophilia.
Yeah.
Although he did have a house full of babies, like statues of people holding babies. There was, in his final years, there was definitely like, I'm looking for a little love here. I'd love to put my cum in a tube and maybe put that tube in a lady. And have a baby,
a turkey baster, you know, and just he wasn't. I tell you what, after like when I first got exposed to gay people on TV, as I said a million times on this show, it was Paul Lynde, you know, Rip Taylor, and Charles Nelson Riley. But by the late 70s, that was kind of over. Paul Lynde died in '82. I wasn't watching Match Game for Charles Nelson Riley.
Did he have cancer? Or did he die of the HIV?
No. He had a big old grabber because
the stress. The stress of staying in.
And you know what else it was too? He liked the firewater. Paul Lynde got hammered. I guess was a really nasty drunk too. Really snide and nasty when he was drunk.
See, the mystery of Richard Simmons, but we all knew it. Like, I don't think they understand that like YouTube deep dives exist.
Well, yeah, I don't. It's literally for an audience. It's like 65 and older.
I saw this on Ewu.
Yeah. So, but to me, Richard Simmons was then the next, like the baton was being passed from those three gay men to Richard Simmons being the allowed homosexual. Even though no one talked about it, of course everyone knew that he was.
See, and most of it is just giving you, I guess, if you're young, you don't necessarily know his intro to the world, but a lot of it is just them being like, this is who he is. He was a frat kid.
Oh, really? Oh, I wouldn't mind hearing about Richard Simmons when he was...
I mean, but we all knew that. At least I did.
He was a fat kid. He was a frat kid.
No, he was morbidly obese as a child. That's like what drove him to... And even... That's why God made me.
He was a fucking star in the early 80s.
Oh, yeah. Even in the 90s, he was huge.
Oh, he was still a name.
It's sweating time.
And then about how he had like fat uggos in the background, and Jane Fonda had like skinny ass bitches who like didn't need the exercise, and Richard was the first one who had like slobs in the background who literally physically couldn't do the exercises. He's back fucking coaching them on.
Well, he knows his audience, right? I mean,
just got real. Must come down.
Look at Rosie, by the way.
Is Richard Simmons.
She looks like fucking.
We all know
she looks like Nathan Lane more every day. Let's give Rosie a little bit of a
actually, that gets a point, man. You tickled the funny bone on that one.
Yeah.
So that looks like it looks like the Montana real estate holding company of Scarface.
Ready to emerge and tell his story.
I want to tell.
Well, a guy like Richard Simmons fucking emerges. You don't just leave your house. You shoot out like a clam out of a shell.
Being shot out of a cannon.
Rumors recently.
Is that brother and sister?
Emerging your home to me is almost like a birth. Like your door pulsates a little bit, and then it widens like a labia,
and he
just fucking and comes out full of like a film over him, and then he does the barrel roll like Willy Wonka.
Oh,
and
yeah,
gets on the cane, and someone has to like wipe the placenta off of him.
Exactly. This is
He thought
Femur, and it was pronated, so not out of the skin, but out
By the hip joint.
by the hip joint.
so. This is how he died.
It happened overnight in that bathroom off the bedroom.
Look at that bed.
Teresa
Can you imagine the Louis Andersonic
His bedroom
things
is
that would happen in
downstairs
that
in a wing
bed?
back off the kitchen. The next morning,
yeah. This is not New Orleans.
Here we go.
Oh my God, look at
Right?
that.
I went to his
She
room and
looks
I
like-
knocked the door and I said, Richard, he's
Look at that. It looks like fucking, it looks like the first stage of when they put fucking old boy in the Joker makeup, fucking Caesar Romero.
come in, Teresa. And he was sitting on the floor.
Dude,
They had to put makeup
that's a
over
pull,
his
man.
mustache.
That was a
Says, I
pull.
come to the bathroom.
See,
and
I look at the hair. To me, I thought you were going to say B. Arthur. She had a B.
So it's perfect right here.
I tell
Crocious
you-
nose, but like this bitch looks like Caesar Romero.
Yeah, absolutely.
and
That's
I
a goal,
tried to
right?
get up,
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
but my leg